Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Fledgling Seminars, the guide to help you ride your way to victory. Here's the deal. I'll show you each type of routing you can learn, some notes, and gear recommendations. Now, before we start, this guide assumes that you've learned the basics and terminology of Sonic Riders DX, such as the boost chain, the jump cancel boost chain, also known as the JCBC, the dash panel cancel, and a drift dash. Without further ado, let's get to it. Metal City. Speed type. From the start, try to collect 10 rings, however 8 is a good minimum. Then get an X rank. Go to the right, take the dash panel, and collect rings till you take the rail. The minimum is 15 rings. From the rail, take the dash panel and boost chain after the fly ramp. Collect rings and drift dash up the hill. Make sure you're level 2. Jump before the edge and get the item box. Collect more rings after the tunnel and go up the half pipe. Take the rail. Boost chain off, collect your rings, and drift. Boost chain after and make sure to get the ring box to level 3. Take the top path, get X ranks here, and normal boost. For lap 2 and onwards, if you're at level 3, boost and take the middle path, and skip the first rail to take the second as shown. As well, for the half pipe, charge your jump beforehand and release at the bottom. You can take the rail quicker this way. Fly type. Get as many rings as you can, but shoot for 10. Then get an X rank. Take the right side and collect rings. The minimum is still 10 here. Drift and dash around the corner and take the dash panels to the fly ramp. Grab the 20 box and lower it down to the ground by pressing the jump button. Boost and dodge the cars. Take the left tunnel if you can't. Charge jump and take the fly hoops. Drop and boost chain after the last one. Collect your rings, then drift around and boost chain to get the rings to level 3. Take the top path, get 2 X ranks. Lastly, boost. Power type. Get as many rings as you can, but shoot for 10. Get an X rank off the ramp, and take the right side to collect rings. 15 is the minimum. Drift and dash around the corner. Take the dash panels and collect rings on the hill, then drift dash up. Don't use too much air and make sure you're level 2. Jump before the edge and hit as many cars as you can, taking the right side. Then hit the train to enter power path. Collect the easy rings and hit all 6 cars for a ton of air. Then drift and boost chain to get the rings to level 3. Take the top path and get 2 X ranks. Boost for the finish. For laps 2 and 3, if you're level 3, take the left side and get the cars. E10G. Get as many rings as you can, but shoot for 10. Get an X rank off the ramp and take the right side to collect rings. 15 is the minimum. Then drift and dash around the corner, take the dash panels and collect rings on the hill, then drift dash up. Don't use too much air and make sure you are level 2. Jump off the edge and take left path. Collect the rings, then charge your jump and trick off the bottom of the half pipe. Continue on as normal with the pathway. Collect the rings, drift around the corner, and boost chain. Take the top path, get 2 X ranks, and finally, boost for the finish. You can also be risky and try to get the 50 air box here in the middle. Well, fledglings, that covers the routing for today, but we're not done. It's time to take some notes on some decent times. If you're just starting out, a solid 2-minute range will do. Once you've learned the course and are ready to get competitive, that time goes down to a 150. When you're ready to get to the advanced stages, or near pro level, a 145 will be expected from you. Anything below that is when you're reaching or have reached pro level, but you still have other skills to learn. Lastly, it's time for some gear recommendations. Let's get to it. Recommended gears for Metal City. Starting out with default, pretty much for any type. The pros, it's always a safe pick, and charging jump doesn't make you lose speed, which is great for that final stretch of the map. Cons, slower than some picks, so it's harder to deal with faster gears like E-Rider or Cloud without getting some interaction. Blue Star 2 for fly. The pros, boost chain multiplier or BCM, makes you faster when boost chaining and works really well with combat characters like Cream for an even bigger boost, which just makes it great all around the track. Plus, it makes great use of the final fly path for enormous speed with a boost chain. The cons, though, is that it wastes slightly more air than default with boosting or boost chaining, so it can be a little rough during certain stretches. Also, for fly, access. The pros is that it saves time during both fly shortcuts, especially the first. Plus, it's a high boosting gear with high cruising speeds. The cons, though, is that it also has high booster like air costs, and it really can't tornado much often, if at all. For power types, we have high booster. The pros is that it's got insane boost speed, so it's really hard to keep up with here if you know what you're doing. It also has great attack advantage due to its high speed and the catch-up mechanics on this stage. The cons, though, you kind of have to go out of your way to hit every car you see, or you may not have enough air to finish out any of your laps. The other thing here, for speed, but mostly power, hovercraft, aka Cloud. The pros is that it's got great speed throughout, including cruising speed, so it's great for the whole track, especially power paths. The cons, though, is that it's got always on ice, so it's extremely hard to control. So extremely hard. Lastly, for speed types, we got power gear. The pros, it's got low deceleration, and the boost chain speed from rails lasts a little while, so it's great for getting to that final stretch. The cons, though, is that, like default, it's a little slower than some faster gears, again like E-Rider or Cloud, but it's not a huge detriment. With that, that's the end of the lesson. I hope you learned a lot out there and really took away some useful information. Make sure to ask in the Discord for advice if you need it. We're always willing to help. If you're new to Sonic Riders DX and you want to join, there's a link in the description and comments below. Next time, join me for a tour of the wondrous Splash Canyon. Until then, I'll see you on the track. Bye-bye.